Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another Apex Legends video. My name is Sweat if you guys are new, and in today's video, guys, we are doing a silver rank review. I've done some of these in the past and they turned out really well, and I know you guys can benefit from them. So we're going to do silver, we're going to do gold, we're going to do platinum, and eventually get to diamond, and then we're going to call it a wrap on this new series that we're starting. But if you guys like these type of videos, make sure to leave a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you are new for future videos. And if any of you want to send me a video or a clip of you playing ranked, it must be a full game first of all, but you can send it to my Twitter, twitter.com/sweatbandtv. Send me a message with the video link included. It must be 1080p quality though, guys. That's my only requirement, along with no swearing in the game if you do have communication involved. But in this video, we do not have communication. There is just a gameplay in the background that we're going to be reacting to and hopefully finding the mistakes that Serene Bob can fix on. So anyways, guys, let's get into it. So right off the jump, Wraith, Lifeline, and Loba. Not the worst combo in the world. Loba can get you some early loot. Wraith can phase out of situations, portal you from zone to zone if you really need. And then Lifeline obviously is very, very strong for the revives. So a little disagreement off the rip. Okay. Here we go. I don't think you're really going to need to be portaling into zone in silver lobbies regardless, but let's see what happens. So they're dropping off the rip. Cap City, this is going to be a hot drop. One thing I'm noticing right off the bat, guys, make sure to be looking around at your surrounding players that are dropping from the sky, because you always want to know where is free to loot and where people are landing so that you can maybe single a person out or something like that. So there's minimal looking around from this player right now. Should be something to take note of. All right. This is very stuttery. I don't know why. I would have headed in that front door right there. Try to get that re-knock on the guy. That's just me. Okay, some good shots with the scout right there. Punch that guy. Okay. Little squad wipe to start off the vid. We like to see it. Just some notes to take into account right there. Serene ran very far around that building. There was way too much running involved in there. You should have either just headed through the side door right in the beginning and chased the enemy that you had pretty low with the G7 shots originally, or you could have ran around the side and went through the front door over to the left right here. But nonetheless, still got the shots on the enemies. And even when you're really close to enemies like that, like Serene was right on the door here, the enemy was on the side, she could have either punched or shot the guy with hip fire shots. That's a good distance to be hip firing away, especially with a gun like the Scout. I mean, it doesn't have the best hip fire in the world, but when you're hip firing, you're more mobile and you can strafe a little bit more. So I would recommend that. And there's any point in this video that there's not a lot of action happening, which I have a feeling there's not going to be a lot of action in this point in the video. We're probably just going to fast forward until there is some action. Maybe not though. If you guys want to see the full gameplays, I can just leave the full gameplays. Regardless, I'll comment over the whole thing just in case we want to. I guess I'll let you guys decide though. Comment down below right now if you want to see full games, or if you want to see cut up games, and maybe I can do 2 in each or something. So getting the looting done. It was a good thing, by the way. That guy, she definitely thought that was an enemy right there. It's a good thing, by the way, that they got a little bit of kill points right off the bat. The max kill points, I think, is 6 right now. So it's good to get a couple out of the way. That'll make your job easier late game, so you can just play zone if you really wanted to, especially in the higher ranks. Somebody's dying to the Prowler over here. The animals on the side of the map. It's very rare that you see people actually doing the trials anymore. I don't think I've been over there like in trials. I don't even know how long. It's got to be like 5 months. Right now, just strolling through Cap City. You can see that they're pretty close to zone, which is good. We're not going to need to rotate that far. And I've got a couple questions about how to manage your inventory, guys. I usually like to keep at least 4 syringes and probably about 8 cells with me at all times. And if possible, at least 2 batteries. So taking some shots from far away here with the R99. Not the best long range combo, I would say. R99 and PK. You're not really going to be able to shoot from too far away. And I like the play to drop the 1 syringe there extra that she had to pick up the arc star just in case. Definitely wouldn't be carrying it around like this, but You can hear somebody on the left, I believe. Yeah, there's somebody definitely right on her. Okay, the phase out, which is a good play. All right, so right there, I'm going to pause it quickly. Instantly, we got to do a better job of just, like, I don't know what headset she's using or what's going on right there, but your volume needs to be up enough so that you could hear that guy. I could tell that there was somebody right behind her right there, and that's a very big problem that a lot of people come across, is either looting boxes too long or just really staring at the ground and the loot that's on the ground, and that's going to get you killed a lot of the time. That's absolutely free shots for the enemies, so I would not be doing that. And turn that headset up a little bit. You might have heard that person. And right now, you got to be healing up. She has no shields to work with. We need to be healing up instead of pushing this person.
Recharging my shields.
And we're healing up right now in kind of a bad spot. You're kind of stuck out in the open, Serene. So what I would have done is either gone into the building, opened that door and went into the bottom of the building, or healed behind the car would have been a better option. Just in case that person pops around the corner. So now we got the health back. Pushing up to an angle behind the car, which is good. Actually got a crack on the guy, which is perfect. Good shots right there. Definitely head in the building and reassess the situation. Oh my god, phase out, phase out. Okay, not phasing out. It's a ballsy move. And you're gonna die from the left. No.
Going to phase. Need to recharge.
All right, so there was a lot that we have to talk about that went on during that situation. Obviously, the first guy that you were trying to fight that you cracked with the arc star was the Pathfinder. But once you went and pushed that Pathfinder, that was a very risky push because your whole right side was open. Your teammates didn't have that angle covered. You could have easily gotten fried from the side, and we just have to take that into account as we head into the higher lobbies. Somebody definitely would have fried you from the right side. You probably would have went down in that situation if they were communicating and if they double teamed you. Then the next move for you was to head into the building. Right when you went into that building and saw the enemy, I definitely would have phased out. You tried to run out, but I don't know if you knew that you had your phase or not, but that would have definitely been the play. And also when you went to heal, you kind of went to heal out in the open right in front of us right now. We can see that their teammates are right there. You started healing up right here with no cover around you once again, and that enemy easily popped out. But we're lucky in this scenario that the Bangalore was taking a battery, so it didn't affect us too much. And obviously when you run back into a building, make sure you're always holding the doors in case an enemy tries to push you. Right now we're just reassessing the situation. It looks like Serena is kind of jittery right now, kind of, I don't know, a little bit nervous on what to do. See this enemy right here again. Make sure you're playing your angles. Make sure you're playing cover. When she was behind that car right there taking the shots with the R99, she shouldn't have moved to the left. Definitely stay behind that car. Use that as a head glitch whenever possible. Could have got some better shots off and definitely would not have taken as much damage as you did right there. Now we're just healing down below. Hopefully we're communicating with our teammates, telling them I need cover. So I'm noticing a lot of shield cancels right now. There's a lot of, I don't even know how to say it, insecurity, I guess, to say the least. A lot of insecurity when you're trying to heal up, and you're not really fully blocking the door there, by the way. Just don't want to point that out. Make sure you're standing directly in the middle. But there's a lot of times where Serena is about to take a battery or about to take a shield cell and then cancels it really quick because I think she's a little bit nervous of where her positioning is. Just pop that sucker. Make sure you're popping those heals right when you decide to do it, unless there's somebody right on top of you. So right here, this is a very good angle to have for Serene. Okay, so right here, I think the first play is absolutely to portal your teammate up. I know Hennessy got killed very, very quickly, but right when Hennessy went down, you have the high ground, right? Nobody else is up there with you. I definitely would have set a port phase to your teammate so they at least had a chance to get away. But now we're in a 2v3 scenario. It's a very tough situation. Okay, this is definitely not the move. Okay, got the knock right there. I'll let the situation play out and then say what I have to say. 1v2 right now, I believe. Now we go for the port play. I don't know where you're going to bring that, but... Okay. Behind the wall. Not bad.
Need to recharge my shields.
Watching the port, making sure that nobody's taking the port, which is good. Oh, they took the port. They took the port. Serene, they took the port.
I have eyes on the enemy.
How did they not hear that? You got super lucky right there.
Need to recharge my shields.
All right, guys, so we have a lot to talk about that just happened in that last sequence. I'm going to rewind it a little bit, and we'll do some freeze frame pauses for you. But right here, when your teammate's banner was on the ground, right, you grabbed your teammate's banner, and you jumped basically into a just absolute mess of gunfire. I have no clue how you survived this situation right here. The Bangalore was shooting at you. There was an enemy over here shooting at you, an enemy to the right shooting you. This was a whole team shooting you in the back. I don't know how we did not go down right there. Like I've been saying the whole time now, if that was like even a gold lobby, I don't think this would have flown. So you had the high ground up top. I would have definitely stayed there and rained down some bullets on them, maybe cracked some armors, maybe got them a little bit weaker, so that in that situation, you could have eventually jumped on the banner, grabbed the banner, and then escaped freely. Instead, that did not work out that way. Your teammate's going to go down right here. The portal play, we'll play it again just to see. You got the knock right there.
Enemy right here. Recharging my shield.
I would have said, instead of taking a shield cell right in this situation, I probably would have set the port right around this corner so that your teammate could have taken it, and then watched the port for a little bit longer here once the situation is over.
Placing a portal.
I think there's a lot of audio issues going on with Serene. Just has to learn where the audio is coming from, I feel like.
Need to recharge my shields.
So right here, you do a good job of looking at the portal, but you only do it for about 2 to 3 seconds here, when realistically probably about 7 to 10 seconds would have done. And then you would have heard this person coming through the portal. Like right when you stop looking at the portal, she comes through and doesn't even stop rezzing. First of all, I don't know how this person did not hear you. I don't know what that person is doing whatsoever. Maybe it was the down guy. I have no clue, but they definitely should have killed you in this situation and the situation when you're grabbing banners. So just some things to keep in mind. Heat shield throw was a good move, but I definitely would have moved to a little bit of a safer spot before you did it. And your teammate is just running without healing. I don't even know what your teammate's doing. Oh, trying to get in zone, I guess, to save the heat shields.
Cover me. I'm using a Phoenix kit.
So now we're getting the Phoenix kit off. We can shield up a little bit.
My shields.
You are also in a pretty tough situation here because that team is right to your right hand side. They look over, you might be in a world of trouble, but thank God they did not, and we're good.
Healing up. Eyes are open though.
Let's see the play that she makes once she rezzes. I want to see what she does.
Someone's already been through here. I don't do hand-me-downs.
So the res is going off.
That's left.
Runs to the zip line, kind of running around the top.
I've got just the thing for
All right, so right here, we just got the res off, Serene. The first thing you want to do once you get a res off, because that's going to attract a ton of attention. You always want to be looking over the side, especially of this building, or if you're resing on a building somewhere, you always want to be looking over the side of that building to see if any teams are pushing you. There could have been a Pathfinder zip line or a Pathfinder grappling on you or a Valk flying on you or whatnot, and you would have never known the difference. So that's just a thing to keep in mind. Always be looking out for your teammates because they could get pushed instantly and they have no loot. All right, guys, making the rotation into zone right now. This is a very good play, I'm not gonna lie. Your friends are still looting in the back, or your teammates. I don't know if they're your friends, but teammates are still looting in the back. You're making a good choice by rotating into zone. You don't have to fight that team to the right, honestly, because there's 16 seconds left. The better option is what you're doing here and probably holding them out of zone. And I know you're pinging it for your teammates. This is a good play right now. The only thing you want to take caution of is definitely your back right here. Make sure you're always checking your back. So we see enemies fighting over there. And I wouldn't be in any rush to actually get into zone right here. If you want some more KP in this scenario, I would have waited at the top of that hill, probably for enemies to rotate towards you, because they definitely would have rotated towards you in that scenario. Sounds like there's more fighting in front of you, so if you want to take that fight, that's absolutely fine. Looks like Serene is taking more of a passive approach to this ranked game. This would be an actually good, super good time to third party these teams, though. get some more KP on the board. I think that's what they're gonna do, hopefully. When you're third partying teams, guys, you always want to wait for a knock, though. All right, so they definitely got a knock over there. Serene is going all the way around. Definitely should have just pushed in right there. But getting high ground, I guess, is a little bit better of a play. This is a laggy server, man. All right, so there's a lot of stuff going on right here. Some decent shots right there. Throw that arc star. She's got an arc star right here. You definitely need to throw that arc star on the downed body right there, because that person would have had to either make a choice to leave the cover, push you, but they would have had to do something in that scenario. So use that arc star if you have it. Also, I would have definitely reloaded the R99 before switching to the PK from that distance. That's a little bit far to be using the Peacekeeper from, because it is a shotgun and the R99 is kind of a close to medium range weapon. So I definitely would have used the R99 in that situation. But nonetheless, we'll take a heal, reload both weapons, get back into the fight. Alright, so now we're using the arc stars. Not a bad play. I wouldn't have thrown them both in the same spot, but this is a good play going to help your teammate over here. Okay, Hennessy with a big knock. So now we're in a very tough scenario, guys. So obviously, I've been saying this the whole time, and I can't help it but just keep mentioning this. In the higher tier lobbies, separating like that is not going to get you too far, okay? It seems to be two separate squads. You got Hennessy over to the left fighting a squad, and you got their friend over on the right fighting a squad. So you definitely want to group up and both be fighting the same squad. Your whole team needs to be engaging in the same group of people to come out successful most of the time. And you can see Serene is pretty torn on which direction to go. Okay, not bad shots on the lifeline. Finish the down enemy. Could shield swap that, but elects not to. Actually, some very good shots by Serene right there, not gonna lie. Very good shots. Gets the instant res, which is good. That lifeline can definitely shield swap that box. She does. See, now you got a teammate over there that's down because you weren't all fighting the same squad. That's the only problem with that situation.
Charge my shield. I hear you. Coming.
Okay. You guys are going to go over and hopefully protect the Loba from fully dying out. Got to get that lifeline over there for that res.
Rings nearby.
Okay, the port play. This is a good port play right here. I'm not going to lie. Ports are around the corner. I would have definitely brought that inside the building, but it is what it is. The lifeline's actually going for the res right there. I don't know how that play worked. Okay, definitely, but it should have both taken the port right there. Regrouped inside the building. That was a good arc star. Ugh. A lot going on right now. Again, with the shield cancellation, make sure, Serene, always when you're running to cover, make sure you're in cover before you start popping heals. There's been a lot of times during this gameplay where you kind of just take a heal and then cancel it real quick and then keep running. That's just a waste of time. Make sure you're getting to cover. And like I said, the whole team should have definitely taken that portal right there. I don't know what Hennessy was doing trying to fight that, especially as lifeline. She needs to be playing cover a little bit better. And taking the portal would have definitely been the play right there. And you're slow healing. I don't know if you have any big heals right now, but I would definitely take the big heals if you have any. It's just taking a lot of time.
Patching myself up.
Also, I would have thrown down that heat shield right now. Behind you, though. So you can res your teammate.
Eyes are open, though.
Your teammate's going to die out now. Just got to get into zone. Get into zone. Oh, God. 107 on the rev.
Going to phase.
Phase? I would have definitely, yeah, go to your teammate right now. Nice. Use this as a 1v2 or a 2v1 scenario.
Until the ring closes. If you want it, bag it.
I don't know why they're leaving that guy alone right now.
Evo shield here.
They have that guy super low. In that situation, I definitely would have pushed that Revenant. You got your teammate full health. You still have a decent amount of health left. I would have definitely pushed that team. That looked like a solo. Would have been an easy red armor for you. And some loot. So right here, it's a very tough situation because the enemies have a triple take. They're playing a long range game, which you have no business being in. So you're going to have to break the gap, and it's really, really tough because you're down a player. It's a 2v3 scenario. You definitely got to break the gap, though, with that R99 and the Peacekeeper. That's why I usually try to take, like, a 301 or a Hemlock or something that's a little bit better with range, even like a G7. But now you're really forced to play close range, which stinks. Especially with a one-time sight on the 99. I wouldn't even be peeking these angles. You're not going to get any damage off. Or any, should I say, if you get any damage off, they're probably just going to trade with you or get more. Now you can see they're pushing up. Some decent shots right there. That guy's playing long range. This is not a fight that you want to be really poking from damage with. Or from range with.
Punching a tunnel.
I can't talk today, guys, apparently.
I set the portal.
It's a good port play right there to another piece of cover, but you're really getting held out of zone right here. It's not a good scenario. And your teammate's getting pushed right now, soloed out, which stinks. Good port take. Yeah, you're just absolutely surrounded right now. Good PK shot. Back through the port, okay. Good knock. Good knock. Oh god. The phase? The phase to the head glitch? That guy's not pushing you anymore. Make sure to heal up right now. Don't be peeking with no health. Heal up. Oh god. I didn't even know that guy was. Whoa.
We're close to the ring. 30 seconds. I've been downed.
Okay, let me see if you guys die out right here, because I got a lot to say about this situation. There's a lot happening. I don't even know why these guys are pushing. Honestly, this other team is making a bad play as well. Is your teammate about to die here? All right, everybody. So after watching the rest of that video, okay, the whole video entirely, I can safely say that the biggest mistake throughout the entire thing that Serene needs to fix is definitely the awareness. I don't know if the headset was not working correctly, but a lot of the time, you heard someone from the left and from the right and from the back and even from the front, where there was times where we didn't know what was happening. Like, you looked left at that Bloodhound right at the end and then looked back immediately, didn't even see that person somehow. So, I mean, probably a newer player to the game. They're stuck in silver, or they're playing silver. I wouldn't say they're stuck in silver, but they're playing in silver currently. So, definitely a newer player, I would say. Correct me if I'm wrong, but the awareness was definitely number one. Number two would be healing in cover. And if you're going to go for a heal, then just pop the heal. Just don't second guess yourself. There was a lot of second guessing, a lot of running around and like jittering and not fully committing to a scenario, whether you're healing, whether you're getting into a gunfight. Definitely number three would be playing cover correctly. You have to be playing a piece of cover at all times. There's a lot of situations during this gameplay where you got caught out in the open, and that's the real reason why you were getting fried in most of these situations. And then number four, I would say playing with the team. Obviously, that was partially your teammates' fault. I don't know why they were separating so much. The Lifeline and the Loba in multiple scenarios were very separated, and that I feel like got you killed towards the end. And last but not least, number five, you guys didn't rotate the zone soon enough. You were fighting on the edge of zone, and that forced you to be running in from zone for most of the game, which is why you didn't have enough loot and why you weren't prepared for that end game when the people had the triple takes. It was a very tough situation to overcome. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys learned something from it, especially if you're making some of the same mistakes that Serene made in this video. Drop a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Like I said, I hope this helped, and peace out. I'll catch you guys in the next video.